There's a moment, sitting across from someone you care about, when you realize you're not really being yourself. You're simply living out the script they expect of you, and it feels suffocating. Man is condemned to be free, because once thrown into the world, he is responsible for everything he does. Jean-Paul Sartre. Sometimes, you sense that you are playing a part, rather than being who you truly are. Maybe you always say yes, even when you long to say no, because you're known as the agreeable one. Perhaps you hide your frustration behind a gentle smile to avoid disrupting the peace, or you find yourself accepting family obligations you never chose, because that is simply your role. These moments collect quietly, an unspoken pact to be what others need, rather than who you actually are. The sadness isn't always loud. It might come as exhaustion, a sense of flattening, or the hollow ache of feeling invisible within your own life. If you recognize yourself in these patterns, there is nothing wrong with you. We all carry the weight of others' expectations, and it can feel like you are bound by invisible strings. Jean-Paul Sartre, a French philosopher, believed that people are not defined by roles assigned to them. Instead, we are thrown into the world without a predetermined script, destined to shape ourselves through every choice, even when we feel trapped. Freedom, Sartre says, is less about escaping others, and more about waking up to your responsibility for your own actions, including the choice to play along with the roles or not. This can be frightening, but it's also deeply empowering. Here's how you can apply this idea, step by step, in a relationship context. 1. Notice the moment you silence yourself. When you catch yourself shrinking or disguising your truth, pause. Naming this as it happens, even just to yourself, breaks the automatic habit. 2. Identify whose voice you're following. Ask yourself, who am I trying to please right now? Is it my partner, a parent, a friend, or my own internal critic? This awareness untangles the web and gives you a choice. 3. Choose a tiny act of authenticity. You don't need to break everything open at once. It might be saying, actually, I have a different opinion, or admitting, I'm not sure I can take this on. Small acts add up, and each one affirms your freedom. 4. Remember, the role is not fixed. Others may be surprised if you step out of an old pattern, but you are not required to stay forever cast as the caretaker, peacekeeper, or achiever. Change is uncomfortable, and you may feel guilty. But as Sartre reminds us, you alone are responsible for your choices and for reclaiming your own story. 5. Find people who see the real you. True connection only happens when you show up as yourself. It may feel risky, but it allows for more honest, nourishing relationships. Over time, you'll discover who can accept more than just the version of you that serves them. If this speaks to something in you, consider subscribing. I'm building a quiet corner of the internet for people who want to understand love, attachment, and the unspoken patterns between us. Share your story in the comments if you feel like it. Freedom isn't the absence of expectations. It's remembering you have a say amid them. Even if the weight feels overwhelming now, you are not a prisoner to an old role. With every honest word or tiny boundary, you write yourself into the scene as you really are. Even if you hesitate, even if you fear rejection, your presence matters. You are allowed and quietly able to outgrow any script.